Hey guys, today we're going to talk about what it means to be ready. And we're in the off season, we've been training all break, we've been working out, working on our swing, working on our defense. Everything that we've done up to this point is getting ready for the next couple months, okay? Everything this fall, since August, since May of last year, we've been getting ready for this time. Okay, so physical training is important, alright? There's a big difference if you're out there running around and doing okay or if you're laying on the ground sucking through a straw trying to breathe, right? Okay, we have to be in shape physically to be able to perform. It's essential, it's crucial, it's one of the foundations, right? But often we don't train ourselves mentally, okay? We forget that the game 6 inches between our ears is what affects most of our decisions, right? And to train this part of our mind, we have to make sure that we're ready whenever situations come to us, like stepping up to the line for a run test, or stepping into the box, or stepping into our defensive position. We have to be ready to respond in those situations. Something that helps me out a lot, especially when I'm running, because I absolutely hate it. Anything else, I'd rather lift, I'd rather do anything else but run. But it's important, we have to do it, right? So when I'm stepping up to a line, I repeat to myself, when I am weak, he is strong. And that comes from 2 Corinthians 12, 9 and 10, when Paul is talking about persecution and what it means to be strong in these situations when we feel like we're on the floor and have nothing to say. Paul was incredible at responding to situations when people would persecute him. He accepted them with almost a welcoming. He said, you know, if you're going to persecute me, let me be proud of it, because when I am weak, my Lord is strong, and that's where he supports me, and he picks me up every time that I feel like I'm falling down, or I feel like I'm being, poked at by all these people, or they're persecuting me because of this or that. And he says, you know what, bring it on. In the Hebrew version, I'm sure. But it's important that he says, when I am weak, that's when God picks me up the most. So in my head, when I know that I'm freaking out a little bit, I'm nervous, I step in the box, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I was like, all right, Lord, I know you're carrying me through this situation. I know you're going to be there with me through it all, okay? And when we trust him to do things like that, it brings about a peace, right? A calm, a peace that cannot be described, beyond understanding is what the Bible says. So, though physical training is really important and is a huge part of our game, mental training is essential also. Okay, and in 1 Timothy 4:8, we see this because it says, for physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, holding promise for both the present life and the life to come. What does that mean? Okay, physical training is of some value. In our athletic world, it seems like everything. How you look, how you perform, how big, how small, how fast, how slow you are, it defines you, right? But what he's saying here in 1 Timothy is physical training is only some of it. It's only a little piece of it. It's not that big of a deal compared to training for godliness and training your mind and your heart and your spirit for what's to come, because it's going to be with us forever, right? I mean, our bodies are not going to last forever. We're not going to, people say all the time, enjoy it now while you're young and you're in shape because it's going to go away, right? But if we can train for godliness and train our minds and our spirit to be prepared in these situations, the Bible always tells us, be prepared to answer for your faith when people ask you. So when you're asked or you're persecuted for your faith or for anything, we have to be prepared to answer for that. Just like when we step up to the line or step into the box, we have to be prepared to answer to whatever pitch comes, to whatever the whistle blows, whatever it is, we have to be prepared to answer. So I encourage you to challenge yourself, to ask yourself, are you ready mentally as well as physically? Are you ready spiritually as well as physically? Because though one may seem like it's more important, we sometimes forget the mental and the spiritual side of it in a game that looks so physical, because that's what we can see, it's what we can feel. Okay, so I encourage you guys to challenge yourself and look at that, and I hope that it can help you improve your game as the season starts to roll along. See you guys next week.